I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just what what were the differences with Dalton last week as far as adjusting to a new quarterback in there? Was there much difference at all, or was it?
Um, I obviously there was a difference because Andy is a different player than Dak, um, and obviously it took some time to adjust to the way that Andy plays the game, being that we only had a short week, and when I say a week, obviously not 7 days, but a short practice week to get in some reps with him. So obviously it's going to take some time for us to adjust to his game, um, but that's what we practice for.
Amari, you've adjusted between quarterbacks in your career before. Even from Derek to Dak, what's the key to making sure you're on the same page as the quarterback as soon as possible?
I think the biggest thing is communication. Definitely, you have to make sure, as a receiver, you're seeing things the same way that the quarterback is seeing them. In terms of how the quarterback likes to throw certain routes, what he's looking at, and things of that nature.
You spend more time after practice with Andy just to work on some of that rhythm?
Yeah, I have. We definitely um, had some scripted plays and practice to where we had to communicate to get on the same page with, and then I ran a couple routes after practice um, to ensure that we were on the same page.
Amari, does the offensive line issues impact you at all in terms of having to get open faster, be better with your releases, things like that?
No, I try to play the same way that I always play. There's a certain strategy to getting open, and I can't deviate from that. And besides, I think the O line, they're gonna handle their responsibilities just like they're supposed to as pros.
You see Washington's secondary. What do you see on tape from them?
I think they're a good secondary. Um, Obviously they have Landon Collins back there. I played college ball with him. He's really good safety. They got Darby, Fuller, two good corners. So it's definitely going to be a good matchup for us.
Are they manning up people a little bit more, or what are you seeing in their coverage?
Doing a little bit of everything. Doing a little bit of everything, multiple. Um, and so yeah, like I said, it's going to be a good matchup for us.
Amari, what was Zeke's message to the team after the game Monday night?
He was just telling us, he obviously he has a responsibility, um, and he was just telling us, he feels like he has to play better. Um, but like I told him, everybody knows he's great. I know he's great. The world knows he's great. And every game is not going to be a great game. You have moments like this. Everybody knows this game has its valleys and its peaks. Um, but in my eyes, Zeke can fumble 10 times in a game, and he's still going to be great because that's who he is. So, I don't think he should be so hard on himself. But, as a competitor, we don't make it to this league without being true competitors. So, um, you know, people of Zeke's skill level can have 100 great games in a row, and they're going to think of that one game that, wasn't their greatest game because that's just the way he's wired. And so I definitely understand. And, he's been playing at a high level for a very long time. I'm sure he's been playing football for 20 years. And so he knows how to handle himself um, in situations like where he fumbles two times in the game. So I have no doubt that he'll definitely bounce back from it easily.
What is that balance between everyone being accountable for themselves but not being too hard on yourself?
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
What is that balance between not being too hard on yourselves but also everyone making sure they are being accountable?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the person. I think there are definitely different personality types in the world, and I think it depends on the person. I know with me, I kind of try to stay the same, no matter how I'm playing, whether whether I've had the greatest game of my life or the worst game of my life. Just kind of stay the same emotionally, but everybody is different. I don't know how every single person handles the way they play. But I know that's the way I handle mine.
Amari, you just kind of touched on that, but a lot of times when a team loses a key player, you hear players talk about you have to guard against trying to do too much to make up for it. This team's had a lot of injuries. Do you have to guard, and the other key guys on the team, do you have to guard against pushing or trying to do too much, just staying with what you normally do?
What you mean, like as an individual, or do you mean as a team?
Well, yeah. If you lose a Dak, if you lose another playmaker, that you need to make more plays to make up for their absence. Just kind of guarding against that and just staying. You know, there's only so much you can do and perform at a certain level, and you don't need to try to push it, because that's when mistakes happen, or that's when things don't go as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like to keep things simple in my approach to the game, and in its simplest form, I just try to make every play that comes to me, like all the opportunities that I have, I try to make the best of them, and that's just my approach, no matter what happens to a player on the team, or how the injury report is looking for the team. If I have 10 opportunities to make a play in a game, then I want to make 10 plays and so forth. So that's just how I look at it.
Amari, what do you make of what's going on in your division so far this year?
It's not very good. It's not very good. I haven't really even tried to figure out why, but I don't know, man. Teams in our division aren't playing the best football that's being played in the NFL, and I don't really, to be honest, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest.
We get one more from Amari, guys.
Three of those teams, including your own, have all new coaching staff. Do you think that might be a factor?
It might be.
All right.
I'll go on since that was a quick one. Amari, you talked to us about Rubik's Cube in the past, and you were saying that 4-5 one you would wait to use until it was a little tougher time. You guys are 2-4. There is some negativity in the locker room. Is it time to pull that one out?
I haven't pulled it out, but I have. Since you asked, I have been playing with the 3x3 recently, and I'm solving it pretty easy. So it might be time to pull it out. Yeah.